Apparently, we were mom shaming because we didn't want to split the check with an extra mom and her 4 kids that arrived. Every year, a group of girlfriends and I from college for the past 15 years meet up before Christmas, exchange gifts, and grab either a cocktail, lunch, or dinner. So this year we did lunch because it worked for everyone's schedule. We get to the restaurant, we get seated, and Sarah looks up to all of us and say, "Hey, I invited my sister Kelly." We're like, "Cool, the more the merrier." This event has always been child-free, husband-free, partner-free, 15 plus years. So Kelly rolls in. We're like, "Oh my goodness." She brought 4 of her kids. We're like, "Okay, we're going to be accommodating moms." We asked the restaurant, "Can you add another table?" They did. It wasn't busy, so not a big deal. Waiter comes around. Everyone's just ordering either a salad or soup and salad or a sandwich of some sort, a cocktail, tea, whatever. And so we look over at Kelly. Kelly is ordering for her and her 3 kids. The 4th child is still a baby. So she orders appetizer, entrees, and a dessert. On the entree side, it's not the kids menu, it's the full adult entree. And we're not talking about sandwiches. We're talking about like steak and stuff. We're like, oh, to each their own. Pasta, to each their own. Not a big deal. So the check rolls around, and the waiter comes out, and he goes, "Will this be on one check, or are we splitting multiple checks?" And before any of us could say anything, Sarah chimed in. She goes, "We're going to be splitting the check." I go, "Whoa, hold up, shorty." I was like, "Don't speak on our behalf. I myself want one check." All the rest of the girls, they chimed in and said the exact same and said, "We only want one check." She goes, "Why aren't we splitting?" We're like, "No, there's 6 of us here and 3 kids, 6 adults and 3 kids. Let's just, do our own checks." Kelly chimes in and she told all of us, "Y'all know my situation. I am a single mom with 4 kids. This is a tough season for me. I can't afford a lot of things." I was like, whoa. And we're like, we're very understanding. It's like, yeah, I understand it's hard, but however, you got to make certain choices and make decisions that you can afford. And maybe this wasn't an event that you should have showed up. And we looked at Sarah. We're like, "Girl, what's up?" She goes, "Why are y'all shaming my sister for being a single mom with 4 kids?" We're like, "We're not shaming him." And then so we told her, we're like, "Listen, if it's such a big deal, why don't you go ahead and pay for your sister and your nephew and nieces?" I go, "Unless they're going to pull out the credit card from somewhere and split the check." She goes, "No." She goes, "You guys are not going to help me split the check?" I was like, "We're not." She goes, "But you guys can afford it." I was like, "That doesn't mean that that's our responsibility to do." So she rolls her eyes. She ends up paying for her sister Kelly or her niece and nephew, but now she won't speak to us in the group chat.